Hello, welcome to the DRDP 2015 Portfolio App Getting Started tutorial. In this tutorial, you will learn how to create an account, how to retrieve a forgotten password, how to set your preferences and change your password, how to add groups and children to your account, and how to manage your group and child records. The DRDP 2015 Portfolio app is available on multiple platforms. You can download the app from the App Store onto your iPad or iPhone, or you can access the app via the web link on any device with an internet connection and a web browser. This could include a laptop or desktop computer, a Chromebook, or an Android device. You can find the web address for the app on the Desired Results webpage at desiredresults.us. For the purposes of this tutorial, I've chosen to access the app on my laptop computer. I found that for myself, it's faster to get started with adding groups and child records when I'm using a regular keyboard as opposed to a touchscreen. You can of course use whichever device works best for you. Once you've created an account, it will be accessible on any of the devices noted previously. Because the DRDP 2015 Portfolio app is a new app and completely separate from the DRDP 2010 Portfolio app, you'll need to create a new account by clicking the New User tab here. I'm going to fill in my personal information. Because the two apps are separate, you may wish to use the same email that you used to register for the 2010 Portfolio app. Just keep in mind, though, that because it's a new app, you'll be unable to transfer child records from the 2010 app into the 2015 app. All right, so I received a pop-up message saying that my password must be between 8 and 32 characters long and must contain at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, one number, and one special character. So I am going to try again using a password that meets those requirements. Terms and conditions. Make sure that you read through the user agreement carefully before choosing to accept. I agree. Here, you'll choose and provide answers for 3 security questions. You'll want to make sure that you remember which questions you chose and the answers you provided. You'll need that information in the event that you forget your password and need to log into your account. And done. All right. Before we log in, I want to show you the Forgot Password tab. This is the tab you would select if you forgot your password and couldn't log into your account. Clicking here will take you to a screen where you'll input the email address you registered with and answers to the security questions that you chose. Once you've done that, you'll be directed to create a new password and will then be able to log into your account with the new password that you created. I'm going to log in now. Okay, so this is the home page of the app. You have a couple of options here. You have the My Account section, Add Groups, Add a Child or Children, Create New Notes, View Your Groups and Children, and View Your Evidence by Domains or Measures. We're going to start with My Account, and for today's tutorial, we will also review how to add a group and how to add children to your account. So let's start here. First we have the notification section. This is where you'll be notified if another user has shared a record or records with you, or if they have stopped sharing a record or records with you. I don't have any notifications currently because it's a brand new account and I haven't had any records shared with me. Let's look at preferences. This is where you can choose the instrument that you want the app to default to when you're creating notes. I'm a preschool teacher, so I'm going to choose preschool. Continue. This section here is change password. If you'd like to change your password, you can put your new password here, confirm your new password, and select continue. I'm going to cancel out of this because I do not wish to change my password at this time. Now we'll briefly take a look at the Manage Groups Children section here. This is where you will go when you want to share groups and/or child records, right here. Stop sharing records, delete records, here. And view lists of records you have shared to others and that have been shared to you. Shared with others and shared with me. For now, I have no records listed because I haven't created and/or had any shared with me. We'll come back to this place later once we have some records to work with. Next, we have the user agreement, which can be reviewed again at any time. Go back home. Go back to my account. We just saw the user agreement. And next we have, oops, excuse me. Next we have the version number. If you experience any difficulties with the app and contact customer support, you'll most likely first be asked which version you're running, and this is the number that you would provide. Okay, I think we're ready to begin adding groups and child records to our account. So let's go back to the home screen. Before adding child records, we'll need to start by adding a group or a class. I'm a preschool teacher, so I'll add my first group under preschool and add a group. Now, if you have a co-teacher, we recommend that you create one class or group and then share that group electronically with your co-teacher. That way, you'll both be able to view and add to the records for each child. Okay, in my class, I have two separate classes, a morning class and an afternoon class. So I'm going to create an AM group and a PM group and then share those two groups with my co-teachers and administrator. That's my AM group. The dolphins. Okay. And there's my dolphins. I still have preschool selected, so I'm going to add another group. And this is going to be my afternoon group. And continue. And there's my sharks. Now I'm going to return to the home page and begin adding children to each of these two groups. To do that, I'll select the Add Child icon right here. Okay. First, I'll select the instrument, preschool. Then the group. I'm going to start with my morning class, the dolphins. And I'll add the child's information. You can choose to add a complete last name or simply an initial. And here, Antonio is an English language learner, so I'm going to activate this tab, which will allow me to tag his notes with measures from the ELD domain. And add. All right, I'm going to add a few more children. Again, the dolphins. And Tanya is not an English language learner, so I'm going to leave this button unselected and add Tanya. Add 2 more children, this time to my afternoon group, the sharks. And he is an English language learner. And finally, I'm going to add Samantha to sharks. March 30th. And Samantha is also an English language learner. All right, now that we've added groups as well as child records within those groups, we can go back to the My Account screen and explore the Manage Groups and Children section. Manage Groups and Children. Let's first look at My Group's Children. Here I can choose to share my group, share only an individual child record with another user who is responsible for providing care to my students. I can also delete my groups or my individual child records right here. Deleting records is pretty self-explanatory, so we'll just look at the sharing feature. Let's first share a group. I'm going to share the dolphins with one of my co-teachers, Maria. So I selected the dolphins and now I tap Share. So this pop-up message right here is a reminder of the user agreement I agreed to during registration. Part of that agreement included acknowledging that all of the notes I take within the app are protected by the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, or FERPA, and that I will only share those notes with other administrators and/or teachers that provide care to the selected child or children. Continue. Now here I have the option of sharing the selected records for view only or with edit privileges. If I choose to share a record for view only, my co-teacher will only be able to view the notes I've taken for children in the Dolphins group. If I select for edit, my co-teacher will be able to view the notes I create and will also be able to add notes to the children's records. I'm going to choose for edit. And keep in mind that even though I have given Maria edit privileges, she will not be able to edit or delete notes that I've created. And vice versa, I will not be able to edit or delete notes that Maria adds to these child records. Here, I'll type in the email that Maria used to create an account within the app. Okay. And I successfully shared the dolphins with her. Okay, now let's go back. In some cases, I may only want to share an individual child's record without sharing my entire class. This could happen if, for example, I have a student with an IEP and I want to share my observations with his or her special education provider. I could do that right here under Share My Child Records. Now let's say that Tony, here we go, has an IEP and we want to share his record with his special education care provider. share. All right, again, I'm agreeing to FERPA. I'm going to give him edit access and type in his email. And Tony's record has been successfully shared. Now I can go back to the Shared with Others section and see a list of groups and children that I'm currently sharing with other users of the app. So we'll go to Shared with Others, and here they are. The dolphins are shared with Maria, my coworker, and Tony's record is shared with Tom Parker, his special education care provider. If I'd like to stop sharing a record, I can do that here also by selecting the record, and we'll use Tony's as an example, and then clicking Stop Sharing. I am sure. This is the password that I used to log in with. And Tony's no longer shared with his special education provider. Okay, let's go back and take a look at Shared with Me. Shared with Me. Okay. Here, the records other users have chosen to share with me would be listed in the same manner. And again, if I didn't want to see certain records any longer, I could choose to stop sharing them. Let's go home. That concludes the Getting Started tutorial. To learn how to create anecdotal notes, add photos, audio, and video files to your notes, tag your notes with applicable domains and measures, and export your records, you can download the Inputting and Organizing Evidence video tutorial, also available on the Desired Results website at desiredresults.us. Thanks for watching.